It's the Machine of Nonsense, episode 166, and we are fresh off a visit to C2E2, Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo, right? I think I got that one.
You got it.
Right?
Nailed it.
So we will be recapping our fun time this weekend, as well as bringing up everything coming up in May 2024. I'm your host, Eric, joined as always by Kayla.
Hey, hey.
And we've got fellow C2E2 goer, Mike.
Boy, my arms are tired.
And
I mean, my feet are tired.
Carrying all that merch.
All just everything. The weight of anime, you know,
Massive fandom.
on my back.
I think your arms are also tired from hugging D, because we got to see the man, the myth, the legend, and his family in person at C2E2. How are you, D?
I'm a family man. And I'm a tired man.
Yeah. Cheers.
I enjoyed quite a bit being pointed at by your littlest one. That was. I felt like a celebrity. I felt seen. You know.
Well, you're
She knew
seen
what was
right.
up.
You're seen right now too. So
Good stuff. So we all made. Let's crack it off. Let's talk some C2E2. We all made some predictions for what costumes, what cosplays we thought were going to be most plentiful. And some of us were kind of sort of right. Okay, let's go down the list here. We also had a guest as well who did quite well. A guest guess. Yes. So I guessed Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. I figured, remake, rebirth, going pretty hard. Cloud was a decent guess. I saw quite a few Clouds. There were
Many
also
Clouds.
quite a few Zacks, and that's the thing. Like, I don't get credit for also getting Zacks, and I think
No.
that's what really, like, if I got credit for both, if anyone carrying a Buster Sword counted, I might have won this.
Oh, if we were just going Buster Swords, yeah, they were handing those things out somewhere. I have no idea.
Yeah. So Cloud was a decent guess, but I don't know if he took the cake. Kayla went with Barbie, which she also she cheated, and she also went as Weird Barbie on Saturday as well. But there were quite a few Barbies of all different shapes,
Yeah.
sizes, genders, non-genders.
Damn straight. That's how Barbie rolls.
It was it was fun. Kayla all Saturday was just getting a lot of hi Barbies, all throughout
was
the
fun.
all throughout the con. Good time. Mike went with Ken. Ken was also well represented from Barbie.
Not enough.
Lots of the
Not
Ken
enough.
I saw the most of too was like beach rollerblading Ken.
Saw a lot of that, yeah, with the visor, the Lisa Frank style, like colors, and we saw a weird Ken on the
Yeah,
final day.
that was fun.
Cool. Yeah, not as much Ken Cass as I would have thought.
See, I was going to give you points for Ken from Street Fighter as well, but I don't think I saw a single Ken from Street Fighter.
Saw some Ryu. Saw male Cammy.
Yeah. We need to talk for
Up close.
about an hour about male Cammy, I think, today.
we need to talk about an hour for male Tifa. What?
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of that? That's
Oh, it was out and about.
Tifa went hard.
Yes, that was our guest guess. Katie, a friend of the show, and sometimes contributor. She guessed Tifa, and I allowed for any gender swapping or anything else.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were at least personally viewed by my eyes, I would say a dozen, and it was about 50-50 between male and female Tifa. Tifa was quite popular.
Maybe more than Cloud. Yeah, very
It
popular.
was, I would say so. I think Tifa was more popular than Cloud.
Saw a couple Eufys, saw some Barretts. A lot of the Final
Mm.
Fantasy VII party was there.
Lots of Aeriths.
a lot of Erics.
No reds or Nanakis of any kind.
Aerith was great.
I saw a Kate Sith plush on a cloud shoulder. That was about the only Kate Sith. No giant Moogles or anything. Did see a bunch of those stupid fucking Moogles from the Mog House, the Mog Stool, a whole group of them. And
I did too. I saw that group too. Yeah.
Spin kick each of them into the pen.
Yeah.
D's guess was Bluey. Bluey was well represented in terms of like art and
merch.
I don't think I saw any Blueys or Bingos or any of the crew.
I saw a group of girls that had like different Bluey dresses, not like princess type.
That counts.
Dresses on. I think I see
weird.
a lot of kids with like a Bluey sweater, like hoodie with the ear, that kind of costume.
Paw Patrol.
We did see Paw Patrol.
Yep.
Yeah.
We did on Sunday see one Bluey and one Bingo together.
Okay.
Terrific.
So, I feel vindicated.
I think Bluey deserves more representation.
That's weird because I would say the total opposite for Final Fantasy VII stuff. Like it was kind of harder to find merch and stuff of Final Fantasy VII. But, you looked up, you saw Final Fantasy walking around, Final Fantasy VII specifically, but opposite for Bluey. You can
it was
find
surprising.
A lot of
Yeah.
Not a lot of other Final Fantasy love. It was all 7. I didn't see like a Squall or a Renoa, a Tidus, a Yuna.
I saw a Vaughn from Final Fantasy 12 at one point.
We did see the VV.
Yes, there was a VV.
Well,
yes, that was a good VV. Like
the glowy eyes, very good.
I'm also trying to think. I didn't see any like even 16 representation, like no Clives.
No, there was art. There was a lot of 16 art you could find. Yeah. Clive was well represented in that. And then Aaron also threw out a guess of Lucy from Fallout. There were a lot of Wasteland Wanderers, a lot of Vault Dwellers, I would say. Hard to tell how many of them were Lucy, So I think Aaron gets about half points,
We heard about... There's like a scene in the Fallout show that we heard somebody dressed up like...
a certain...
Stabbing.
Yeah. We hadn't seen it until last night, so now we get it, but...
A lot of Fallout cosplay altogether. Saw a very good ghoul with like the accurate like nose, makeup and everything. Tunnel snakes with the leather jackets. Saw those. Saw a lot of people with like dog meat, like plushies and stuff like that. I didn't see like anyone with a full on like Brotherhood of Steel power armor or anything.
I saw a picture of one on the official C2E2 like page, but I didn't see them in person. Yeah.
A lot of like Pit Boys, stuff like that.
One of the judges for the Crown Championship of cosplay was in full Wasteland Wanderer kind of gear, Pit Boy, cool armor and stuff in the vault suit.
Barbie's probably the winner, right?
Well, we can get to that. I made a list of what I think are the 5 most common, but I want to see.
Well, Ryan had a guess.
Ryan, did I not write?
We didn't talk about Ryan's guess.
Astarion.
I didn't write it down. Yeah, and Ryan probably might win. So Ryan guessed Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3, and Baldur's Gate 3 was pretty well represented. We saw a lot of Karlachs, we saw a lot of Gales, a couple Halsons, but like Astarion kind of took the cake as far as like the most from Baldur's Gate 3, and there was a whole ass Astarion meetup at one point, and there were a lot. Pretty easy costume. You could actually probably do your if you already had a Witcher cosplay or something, just put on like a more fancy Astarion.
Just cut your wig.
Yeah, just cut your wig a little bit and carry a knife instead of a sword, and you could do double duty there. But some fans.
But I did see a lot of different Astarions. I saw like Astarion in camp wear. I saw Astarion in his like purple doublet,
armor. Astarion, yeah, pretty much every Astarion that you can play as was represented. Astarion So yeah, Asterion. Good, great guess by Ryan. That might it's probably between Barbie and Asterion.
I think Gale takes it.
Well, see, I feel like you saw more Gales than I did. I thought Gale was a lot.
Gale was everywhere I turned around.
Yeah. There were
Luffy was
everybody.
the overall like.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like all these takes, but man, I saw so many kids dressed up as Luffy, like
Yeah.
that alone, and then the amount of adults dressed as also Luffy. Just saying.
Yeah, I had
Luffy's
in my
pretty up
top
there, too.
5. I had Monkey D. Luffy, I think, as the most common. Asterion number 2, Barbie number 3, Spider Punk, well represented. I had Spider Punk at number 4, and then Gale I put on for Kayla as number 5, even though I might not agree. Did you guys have any other cosplays that like you saw a ton of?
A lot of the Has Been Hotel cosplay. I did finally notice that on Sunday. Put like the teeth. D isn't the chatter teeth guy head? Is that a Has Been Hotel?
No, chatter teeth guy. That's Digital Circus.
Oh, well, never mind. But I did see people with
Still haven't figured it out.
the white, like the main lady from Has Been Hotel. A lot of those.
Charlie.
Yes.
There was a meetup that I saw only in pictures, and it was massive. Had to have been like 100 characters from Has Been Hotel. It looked like
there was a lot. There was a lot.
Is that what big purple head was? That we were like, hey, what is that from?
No. Not Big Purple Head.
A lot of Demon Slayer. A lot of Dragon Ball. A ton of Gokus and Vegetas too. A lot of Batman might be number 1 because I just don't register like Batman and the Ghostbuster ones and all the Captain Americas and.
See, I feel that a little bit about Monkey D. Luffy. Like you got to have more than just a straw hat.
I saw people legit. I saw a lot of people straight up.
I did too, but it's kind of hard to like.
Yeah.
Oh, you see it. Does it fully check out?
Is it the full fit? Yeah. Do you clock it as the full fit? Yeah.
Is it worthy of counting?
There might have been enough Trafalgar Law costume. Like there was so many people with at least that hat. I saw some really good full blown cosplay of him, but everyone had either a straw hat or Trafalgar's hat. A lot of great Zorros. There were so many Zorros and Nico Robins and Namis and Choppers with the antlers and
lots of Heras from Star Wars.
Yeah,
and fun different ones like
that's another one. Like Jedi Knights might have won,
right?
Because there's just so many Jedi robes going around.
There's tons more
stormtroopers. Halo Spartan armor was well represented.
The prom happened on Friday night, and maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe I won't.
No.
Oh, never mind.
What about the prom? Okay.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say like, well, my favorite part about C2E2.
Let's do it.
Did I do that now?
Prom? Oh, sweet, yeah.
Well, just like in the prom, it was people like Master Chief or whatever was in like a green suit with Master Chief helmet, and Magneto was in like a purple suit, and just
like a tuxedo.
It was a really fun play on like Wolverine at prom. Like a lot of people did really like prom stuff, which was really fun.
Yeah, formal cosplay. I like it.
Right, it was cute.
Yeah, it was a good take on the dance party they already do or used to do on Saturday. They moved it to Friday, called it a prom because it was the 15-year anniversary of C2E2. And some people just dressed in normal cosplay.
Felt like I was at a rave.
Yeah, it was close.
That is anything involving anime and a party is going to turn.
But it was just like you didn't like feel like it was super packed in there, but they had a big screen and like I couldn't even see where the camera was that was always going over everybody. But it was just like, holy shit, there's that many. Like, I am in a super crowded place
because they filled the main
we were on the
stage.
Outside. It didn't feel that way to me, but.
Yeah.
Just wow, there's that many people back there? Holy shit.
Yeah, it was good. It was well attended because normally when they do the dance party, they do it like outside the main stage, and you've got like the long hallways and the beer vendors and whatnot, and there's like just it's more expansive than just being in the main stage area, so that made it feel really kind of close quarters, packed, rave like. It was cool. I think
I
it
was
was
legit at a club.
Yeah, exactly. It was a good little kind of time. The messaging was a little confusing because I think a lot of people still expected Saturday night to go down, like still have like some sort of dance party or something after that. They still had like the beer vendors, and they were doing like karaoke till I think like 11 or something. But and the cosplayers, the ones from the championship, still went out and did photo ops with people. You can get some photos with them and whatnot. So it was similar, but they're just like the lack of like music and party atmosphere was a little weird, I guess, on Saturday night. But I don't know, it was still a good time.
Yeah, because even when they did have karaoke, it was like in a room that only had so many people. You couldn't even get into it.
Right. There was a line.
There were lines
out the door. That was super popular. Or maybe that was like the 18 and up anime thing that they do as well.
That probably had lines too.
Yeah. They like having their after dark events. So I got a list of my favorite cosplays as well, and I think we can go around the room. I might have some that are the same as you guys, and maybe not. But a Big Deborah right off the top. Big Deborah / Mrs. Doubtfire. Just a glorious big old bald man who not only was Big Deborah on Friday, also did a great Mrs. Doubtfire on Saturday, along with like just completely staying in character the whole time. Kayla took a picture with Mrs. Doubtfire and did the awful Scottish accent, and it was quite good. There was a Miles Morales Prowler, like from the kind of the big reveal from Spider-Verse, and really good. He had the sick braids to really like complete the look and everything. It was really good. The vintage Mr. Freeze with the full helmet and everything else. I know me and Mike were both kind of gushing about that one. Kayla took a picture with Nicole Kidman from the AMC commercials. It was great. She had a Dune popcorn bucket as well. It was really good. And then I want to shout out, I almost picked Paul Atreides for my, what I would have failed because there weren't that many Paul Atreides, but there was a really, really good Timothy Chalamet Paul Atreides there. That had the great the hair and everything else, and so those were my 5 favorites. Did you guys have some cosplays you wanted to shout out? I mean, whoever wants to go.
There was some really good like Kubo and the 2-string cosplay that I saw. Like one of the, I think they're like twins in the movie, but I only saw one of them. I know they were entered into the championship as well. They're like really tall with the long like kabuki makeup face and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Looked very scary. One of my favorites was just a group of ladies that were dressed up like they were contestants on Legends of the Hidden Temple. They had the correct helmets and the shirts with purple parrots and blue barracudas and such. I love that. Loved seeing like just all the One Piece stuff was great. The Tangela that we saw, it was just like, it was a Pokemon just made a pool. He just covered himself in pool noodles and it looked really good.
Great.
Guy Cammy, of course, with Wedgie and all. Shout out to that dude who went full, unitard. Full cami unitard with the beret, and people were excited.
Oh, it was a great capper to the whole weekend because that was like right as we were going to get on the train, and that was a lot of fun.
It's hard to pick. I really liked Barrett when I saw Barrett.
Very good Barrett, yeah.
I don't know. Was I underwhelmed this year?
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Lots of good Leons.
Tons
So
of
many
Leons.
Leons.
Ton of Leons. I was shocked by
Tons.
that. I was like,
Yeah.
I had no idea Leon
There's
had
usually
that
like
kind of pull.
one, maybe four. You'll see all weekend. Like, oh, they're like you just kind of spot them in the crowd.
They were everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere. Everybody got that jacket. Good jacket.
Love. Saw a really good Hollow Knight and a Hornet
Mhm.
from Hollow Knight. Love seeing that. Really good Blanca that I
with the
saw
Christmas
walking in one
lights.
day. He had and he had these yellow Christmas
Blanca
lights
was
that would
interesting.
flash all over him. He had
I
the
liked.
great fur and stuff.
I saw Jack Black as Bowser.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
that was
I saw
fun.
him on
I
the
liked
last day
that guy.
too. Yeah,
It was fun.
it it was the sequin kind of suit with the
red boa
mohawk.
mohawk
Yeah,
mullet thing. Yeah,
It was
makes
good.
me want to dress up like that. Looks fun.
D, did you have any really awesome cosplays you want to shout out?
I saw a Peekapool, just in a full-sized Deadpool, but like Pikachu colors. Had little hard eyes inside instead of his, white eyes. He had the little ears and, all the little details were Pokemon things, but also still guns. It was great. It was fantastic. I saw I don't know, must have been like a preteen kid or something. He's just fully Gear 5 Luffy.
Saw him too. Yeah. He
like,
really great.
It was great. Look, I was impressed because that shit stayed together. Yeah. I've seen a lot of them falling apart, and they're like,
Yeah, he had that
struggling.
great like cloud boa thing following him. Great
made it work.
wig. Yeah,
he made it work.
Really good.
It was good. God, what else? Yeah, I know nobody really talks about them because they're like part of the convention, but the 501st always being there is always really great. Like all the Star Wars cosplay they do and all that's always really fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
I love that stuff. But the Spartans too, their little thing, they're similar. They're
The
similar.
Spartans came out this year. I mean, like, there's always a handful, but there was a ton.
Yeah,
There's a lot of Spartans.
Sniper rifle. Like bigger than that.
Ooh. I remember we did see a good crosshair.
There
And
was
he was
a
like a
good
little
crosshair
kid.
from Bad Batch. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
See,
Sniper guy.
I think like and I'll mention this and then I'll kind of like say my piece on the cosplay. The one Sephiroth I saw, tall black lady, like so good, so good. All the details in her hair. Oh, so good. It's so good. But I think it was like there was a thing that was happening where like usually like my kids will be like, oh, there's so and so, can I take a picture? And I was just like, you gotta be a little more cautious now because there's a lot of people just cosplaying because they want to, not because they're cosplayers. So they may not want to stop and do a picture because they're also trying to do a thing. And I kind of had to tell them, be like, just be wary of that. Sometimes it's just somebody who really wants to dress up, but isn't social, and they want to just keep moving.
Right. Yeah. You always wonder, right? Yeah. Like what? Yeah. Who
Don't
wants
dress
to take
up then.
pictures?
I dressed up for the first time this year on Saturday. Greg and I did like a duo costume, and we got stopped just a handful of times, but it was just fun. It was really great to see someone excited to see, you.
Yeah. Yusuke?
I felt like too. This was the first year I dressed up 2 days, and it feels a lot easier to ask somebody to take a picture if you're also dressed up. I felt because I've always felt that way too, like super anxious, like, oh god, I don't want to ask somebody, I don't want to take a picture. Oh my god, how do I do it? Have a couple drinks, and then I'm like, hey Bowser, will you take a picture with me? But
it's like karaoke rules, get a couple.
Right,
liquid courage.
It's just if you're participating, I feel like there's a. Honestly, I don't think that they mind. If anybody does mind, then they shouldn't dress up and go to cosplay and expect people to like. It should feel good to be excited to be seen.
I think that's the coolest thing about like C2E2 or any convention or anything. It's just like it is just like such a positive place. It is people just sharing in their fandom and letting their freak flag fly, as Selena said. You know, like it's a cool place where people can kind of be themselves, and no one's gonna be like, oh, you're a nerd, you're weird, you're whatever else. It's like, no, it's just a bunch of like people in their fandom, anime, whatever, obscure comic book characters, like whatever, movie characters that only you love, you know, whatever. It's just a.
I'm a little bummed. Not as many people asked us to take pictures.
Yeah, you know,
I thought we were cool.
Barbenheimer
cool.
only hit with the
Yeah.
know real heads. I did find another Oppenheimer, and we took a picture together. He was a very tall man, so I was like half an Oppenheimer to his full Oppenheimer. But
Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
I don't think Killian's very tall. So
well, I think Killian's probably somewhere in between myself and this gentleman, yeah, he was good. He was a very tall man. Very.
I doubt the actual Oppenheimer was very tall.
I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, that guy was super stoked to see another Oppenheimer. And then there was another guy who was super stoked to see a Barbenheimer. And mostly he said Oppenheimer's his third favorite movie of all time. So shout out to that guy. He loves loves Oppenheimer.
Watch more movies, buddy. Watch more films, please.
No, don't yuck his yum. Don't yuck his yum.
No, Oppenheimer should not be anyone's top 3 movie of all time.
I mean, Christopher Nolan might say that it's his third favorite movie of all time, you know?
I don't want his opinion.
Nah, definitely not, actually. I stand by that.
Nah.
This is where men fenders stop.
Yeah, he's takes it too far.
The chairman of the Men Fenders, Christopher Nolan. I knew we'd get there somehow in this C2E2 talk. Any
no one cosplayed as a Men Fender. I was sad.
Yeah, we once the machine really hits, we're gonna have Men Fenders coming to all the cons. Once we get our own panel, we'll have the Men Fenders section. Before we get on to what's coming up in May, any last minute notes about C2E2 2024, the 15th anniversary? C2E2.
You know, I didn't check out any panels or anything this year. But still, it was just great to go to Artist Alley, see all the great artists, buy some stuff, support some people. All the cosplay so wonderful. Everyone's happy. I hope me and my tribe's unhappiness didn't fuck up anyone's weekend, because we had a tough time.
I think you guys did great.
I think you did great.
Look forward to next year.
You guys getting pretzels inspired me to get a pretzel. So, I mean,
really,
that's the only thing that matters. Best purchase. Let's do a quick round. Kayla, what was your favorite purchase at C2E2? You never put Kayla
a lot
on
of
the
stuff.
spot, you know?
A lot of stuff.
I'll go with mine. I really liked, we got a print, an Alan Wake print that kind of has the entire cast of the second Alan Wake. They're done up in kind of an anime-esque style.
Kind of like shade cell
shading, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
They kind of have a little bit of like a Zelda-ish look to them. And I really think it's cool art. It's a cool picture. It's kind of a mosaic of various faces and stuff and scenes. Big fan of that. Did you have a favorite purchase, D?
I actually got a plushie from this podcast I listened to that got signed. So that was my favorite purchase.
Shout them out. What podcast?
It's the Mabim Bam Adventure Zone, the McElroys. They kind of do a little bit of everything, but I mostly listen.
I love Blank Check.
Yeah. Oh, and the besties too. Oh, they do so much. They do so much.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
I got this really good Katamari. that I love, and I really like. Eric spotted this Otacon sticker that I got. Just
do you think
love bloom on the battlefield?
On the battlefield?
So gosh, good. I can't pick. We got a lot of stuff. Got a cloud pin. That was exciting.
We got a whole
that was like a whole journey for 2 days till we finally found it. So it just felt good to finally get it.
There's that whole 5-pack of stickers that we don't remember purchasing at all. That were all really cool.
They're all definitely ones that we picked out too.
You guys stole. Stole some stickers.
I think it was more like we time traveled, and during that time, there were purchases made.
I feel like we wanted that because I feel like I remember that Alan Wake sticker, and I'm like, yeah, we want that, and it was probably like maybe we were talking about some, and they were like, oh, if you pick out 4, it's 4 for 20, and we were like, yeah, but that one.
Yeah, Jackie Daytona. Here we go. Let's get him.
Yeah. Jackie Daytona's great. Who doesn't want Jackie Daytona stuff?
I want him. And Naja.
I got a really fun Roy Kent sticker. There's like a whole scene of like, don't you dare settle for fine because you're too good for fine. And it says that. So I like it.
Good.
And I got a Roy Kent fuck pin. So that was pretty exciting.
Yeah. Good stuff. Ted Lasso shout out.
May.
What's gonna be?
What's coming?
Let's get to it. So May 2024, we got it pared down to a smaller list because we wanted to have our C2E2 talk and not, just have this episode be 7 hours or anything else. But we still got a good list. Hacks is coming back May 2nd, coming back to Max. That's season 3 of Hacks already, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's quick. That's a quick turnaround on those.
Had no idea this was coming out.
Until you saw the list?
Yes.
I didn't either until we were in our hotel at C2E2 and trailer came on. I was like, oh shit. Stop. We're not going anywhere. Because I thought season 2 ended very much they're going separate ways. This is goodbye.
I wanted more. I'm glad we're getting more.
I did, but it just felt like they were, okay, you're going to this job, and I'm going to deal with my life.
And that was around the time, because Hacks is a Max original, and that's around it, like, when Max was just cleaning house, getting rid of shows left and right, when the Discovery merger thing was finally coming through. And I'm glad it survived, because it is a really good show, underrated show. Gene Smart's so great. In it, everyone is really great in it. Check it out for sure.
Yeah, I got to go back and watch all those because I've watched like half an episode or here or there with like Kayla as she's watching them, and I'm like, man, this is good.
It is really solid HBO comedy for sure.
Completely different thing coming out May 3rd. I saw The TV Glow coming to theaters. This is the sophomore effort, I believe, from the creator, and I am blanking on her name, Jane Rosenblum, something like that.
Jane Schoenbrunn.
I was really close.
Yeah.
So I recently watched. We're all going to the World's Fair. Another trippy, just like I don't even know how to describe it. It basically takes on like a YouTube. One of those like YouTube challenges, horror challenges that like kids are into and weird, like YouTube stuff. And it follows a girl who's like, you don't know if it's real that she's going through like supernatural stuff. Is it psychosis? Is it just all an act to like get YouTube likes and stuff? And I found it really, really cool and interesting. It's kind of a world I know nothing about. The whole kind of, YouTube
streaming.
That kind of stuff, like the freak out stuff. And this stars Justice Smith. and it's like a in universe in this in this movie, a show existed similar to like a Are You Afraid of the Dark type show. And it seems like only certain people even knew it existed, and it might be like coming to life in a sense, or people are getting like super hyper fixated on it and potentially
sucked in.
Yeah, being sucked in to
time travel.
Right. It just
Mandela effect thing
yes,
in a way.
It feels like that, and it just looks trippy. It's got its own like this they're really playing up the soundtrack by a bunch of like indie bands and stuff. Like it's, I guess music's going to be a big part of it. Kind of trippy.
Phoebe Bridgers is in the movie apparently, with Fred Durst.
Yeah, Fred Durst is in it. Yeah, I like Justice Smith quite a bit, and he seems really like perfect for the role because it's like a bunch of kids who are kind of weird outsiders, kind of like fixated on this weird like 90s program, and they're using it to get through their weird lives, and I don't know, just looks cool. That's I saw the TV Glow coming to theaters May 3rd.
It looks cool for sure.
Trailer's weird. I don't know, like it's one of those trailers that's good because you don't like, you leave it just like, all right, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but it's just intriguing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Which is the opposite.
Give me more of those.
Yeah, kind of the opposite of The Fall Guy, also hitting theaters May 3rd.
Seen that movie many, many times already.
Still very excited. Ryan Gosling's follow-up to Barbie.
Emily Blunt's follow-up to Oppenheimer.
Good call.
Whoa.
Look at that,
I didn't put that together. The two supporting actors of both films. Perfect.
Emily Blunt was in Oppenheimer, huh? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Sheets. Remember, she did the Sheets.
The Sheets. I'm excited. I think we're all excited for The Fall Guy. It looks like a hell of a lot of fun. This is if you're not familiar, if you haven't seen the trailer 72,000 times, Ryan Gosling's a stuntman. Emily Blunt is a director. Seems like they have a on again, off again type of relationship, and then he has to go undercover because the star of the film has maybe been kidnapped, and he looks like the star because he's like a body double or whatever, and hilarity and action ensue, right?
And romance.
Don't forget the romance. But yeah, perfect pairing, I think, like those two, and perfect role too for. I mean,
have we ever seen those two together
in a movie?
Don't think so.
Definitely not in person.
Fun.
Are they the same people? Is that what you're trying to say? Are they the same person? Have we ever seen them in the same place together? Yeah, no, I think this one looks like a lot of fun. Okay.
I think the two of them together will be like peanut butter and chocolate. I've heard good things about this. Gosling in a comedic role, like he's perfect.
Rom-com.
He's so he's
so charming.
Yeah, that in the rom-com industry should give him all the money to make one of these every year because he could keep that afloat. I think. I heard in an interview recently that we didn't get Nice Guys 2 because of how poorly that first one did in the box office, which is just a great fucking movie that should have done
very good. Great.
And it was like, man, we went up against Angry Birds, we just couldn't beat the Angry Birds movie. I looking at this month,
and Nice Guys is rated R, right?
Yeah, I probably
there's
a lot of nudity and stuff, and kids talking
some
about
violence,
dicks and shit. So.
That movie's so good, though.
It is so good, yeah. But I don't see an Angry Birds on the slate to take this one out. Hopefully, it can do well.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. I don't think I saw the TV Glow is gonna eat the Fall Guys lunch or anything.
Yeah.
They've put so much money into marketing on this movie. So much. This is like one of those.
That's crazy.
Movies
I've only seen the trailer the one time.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. The women that I work with know about this movie. They don't know about any other movie, but they know about Fall Guy.
I don't know. That's probably a good thing overall. Doesn't help me seeing
Marketing.
the trailer a billion times, but
Marketing.
I want all the ladies to go out and fawn over Ryan Gosling so he can make just 7 more of these. So yeah, that's the Fall Guy.
Plan a team outing, you say?
Yes, you should.
That's what I just heard you say.
I fully
Team building.
Right.
Because then me and Mike can just go and check it out by ourselves. Yeah, Defenders. Fall Guy coming to theaters May 3rd. May 4th. May the 4th be with you. See what they did here. Star Wars Tales of the Empire coming to Disney Plus. This is kind of the shadow of Star Wars Tales of the Jedi that they've already done. This one is going to focus on it's the chick from Mandalorian. What is her name? The evil Night Sister lady. You guys know. What's her name?
Lynn?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
The fourth sister.
Yeah. And I
just want to say the chick from the game, but no.
Right. Not the same. Anyway, so it's going to be a new set of animated kind of anthology series covering I think 4 episodes I think I saw of kind of how the Empire is built in other ways. The Tales of the Jedi, they've done 2 of those already, I believe. And those have been cool. They're just like shorts. They're 30 minutes or thereabouts. And we've gotten to see a little more of like Dooku in those, and kind of just things we've heard about or things that have led up to events in the main stories, the main trilogies. Things you didn't see before and only heard about. So now we're getting to see some of those little side characters and side stories. So I always have dug the animation in these, and the chance to highlight some characters that are cool but maybe need a little bit more screen time or a little bit more fleshing out. So we'll get that on May the 4th. I'm surprised that's kind of the only Star Wars content. Episode 1 is coming back out to theaters. I don't think on May 4th though, for whatever reason.
They usually have an event like a D23 or a Star Wars kind of event where they announce certain things. I'd love to see like an Andor trailer for season 2. What else are they cooking? Like Mandalorian and Grogu movie,
right?
The
Rey, whatever the Rey movie's going to be. The 10th film.
Yeah,
Outlaws.
Really,
Andor
though, to hear a new project, some sort of animated project, maybe.
Yeah,
because Bad Batch is
the best stuff they do, I think, besides Andor.
Yeah.
And they could just do Visions forever.
Please. Please.
Be great. So that's Star Wars Tales of the Empire coming to Disney Plus on May 4th. May 8th, we've got Dark Matter coming to Apple TV Plus. Apparently this was a best-selling novel that I've never heard of, but this is Joel Egerton and
Jennifer Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly, yes. And another, this has been done a little bit. It's kind of a Quantum Leap type story a little bit. Guy out of his universe, but the plot or the hook, it's right in the trailer, so it's not. I don't think it's really spoiling anything. Is that it looks like a version of him, the Joel Edgerton character, body swapped. Yeah, grabbed the one from, let's say, our universe, tossed him in another universe, and then took his life over. He likes his life better, and now it's like our Joel Egerton needs to go and time his family, because he's got a family, a wife and a daughter and everything else, and kind of wants to get back to his time, his multiverse. And Apple's done really good stuff with sci-fi premises, and they just continue to kind of throw these out with some good money behind them, good stars behind them, great premises, and this just looks cool. Have you guys gotten a chance to check out the trailer at all or anything?
I did not see the trailer. I just saw that it's coming out on my birthday, and Apple stuff has still been kind of. I don't have the service right now, so it's kind of on the back burner for me. And I know there's like 17 shows on there that I need to watch.
They wrapped filming on Severance season 2, so
yeah, when Severance comes, I have to keep watching that. I think, and
contractually obligated.
I'm just in on that one. You know, I gotta. I can't remember like the supervisor's name. That's really menacing and does the dances when it's like Friday, like fruit day or whatever the hell.
I'm gonna need a whole primer for that world again. It's been too long.
Yeah, it's been a while. But this show sounds cool. I was never into like Quantum Leap or anything like that. But Silo and all that for All Mankind is them as well, right? Mm-hmm. I've heard great things about that. I'm glad they keep doing sci-fi stuff.
It's kind of the place, that's putting out like quality sci-fi shows right now, in a big way. Dark Matter coming to.
They know nerds buy Apple products, I guess.
I guess so, yeah, and can afford, I guess, the stuff. Dark Matter coming to Apple TV on May 8th for Mike, strictly for me, just for his birthday.
Just for Mike's birthday.
Next day, May 9th, we're getting Little Kitty, Big City, which when I was Googling, I put Big Kitty, Little City. It still came up, but I think Google was a little confused. This is coming out on the Xbox Series consoles, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. No PlayStation release for whatever reason on Little Kitty Big City.
They have Stray.
They have fun.
Stray, yeah. Oh,
that might have been the contract. Like no other cat games. This looks better than Stray, though.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It looks like if you just like took the premise of Stray and made it Goose Game, Untitled Goose Game, like you get to do more like Havoc kind of stuff, and a better art style, I would say too, or like just a more interesting art style. I thought Stray looked good, but it was going for more realistic art style, and this is more fun artistic style there. It's by Double Dagger Studio. I don't know if this is their first release, but I've never heard of them. I mean, what can you say? It is literally Little Kitty in a big city, and you get to cause havoc and knock things down and be a kitty. And you know,
it's got like Oliver and Company vibes. Like there's other group of ragtag kittens and cats that you're teaming up with, and it could be fun. This was in the Indie Direct from a few weeks ago.
Probably a great Switch game, I imagine.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Oh, look at this cat just carrying around envelopes and shit.
Fish. Sitting on computers, all the cat things.
Yeah.
Your cat thing you want to do, you can do it. Also, there's cute little costumes. It looks cute. Looks super cute. I might have to get this one. I might have to scoop it.
Yeah, and I imagine it's not a expensive game either. Kind of a little there.
Hell yeah.
May 9th, Little Kitty, Big City, coming to Xbox Series, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. The next day, we're taking Mike out to Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, coming to theaters. I don't know if we're actually doing that, but I would love to do that. Anyway, we got our next Planet of the Apes film, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. This is a far future, right? From like the other films, where the apes have now fully taken over and the humans are now kind of regressed back to like early humanity, cave people kind of. How many Apes movies? We've gotten this new era of Apes movies, but there were like 30 of them back in the day. The premise just kind of works, or like, it's a cool idea.
It's the people going.
And the CGI looks like they've just continued to do kind of some of the best work in terms of like character creation, the
Motion
creation of the
capture.
apes, the motion capture.
Oh.
I think this one does not have God, what's his name? I always forget his
Andy
name.
Serkis.
Andy
Teaser.
Serkis. Yeah. I don't think Andy Serkis is attached to this one.
I think I looked up the cast and I don't remember seeing his name.
Right. So that'll be interesting. But as far as the trailers go, and there's been a couple
I
different
didn't recognize
ones.
a lot of names. The young girl, I can just tell you is Siri from Witcher.
Yeah.
Her name's like Freya something.
Yeah.
Freya Allen, right? I think.
Yep.
Good as Siri. But yeah, I mean the apes are the star of the show. So really you just need you need the good CGI, the good motion capture, some good voices too, because they're all speaking parts for the apes this time.
Yeah, I love that new trilogy, the Matt Reeves trilogy. I hope this can be as good. It seems like it's more. They're going more of for what the Kong and Godzilla movies are going for. We need more humans. We need that aspect of the story. I'm more just seeing how what gladiatory arenas these apes have made and all the crazy how this world has changed following that original trilogy. And I hope all of the human story stuff doesn't bog down the cool ape stuff. That's what I'm in for.
Yeah,
but I do want to see this
be in the same world.
Yeah, this is
like
years after
years later.
That. Yeah. We recently watched the first two. The Franco one and then the Joel Edgerton one. Love that one. The second one the most. And Greg really likes them. I think we're going to try to watch War of the Planet of the Apes before then and see this opening night, hopefully.
Yeah, I think that third one that's called War for the Planet of the Apes. That I like how that shows there's like a juxtaposition of the like military camp and the apes like living like more in harmony, kind of in an actual society, and it's done really well in terms of like the warring humans and the kind of peaceful apes stuff.
Yeah. Yep. I think Rise is the second one, and there's just an amazing action shot where the apes have AR-15s and they're just going into the human base and fucking them up. And it blew me away the first time.
Gary Oldman's the bad guy in that one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Those are just good. Those are just really good.
That was Gary Oldman's like bad guy like his third bad guy phase, but it was like that Book of Eli was around that time, and he was just post-apocalyptic like cult leader was his MO at that time, and he nailed it,
just like in real life.
Yeah, Gary Oldman.
Love it. Good stuff. So that's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes coming to theaters May 10th. And then all the way down to May 21st, we have System Shock, which came out last year on PC. This is the remake of System Shock. It's coming to everything else now. We're getting that PS4 and 5, Xbox Series, and Xbox One. Always have wanted to check out System Shock. This is the predecessor of the BioShock franchise, and just always kind of heard great things, but it's always been locked to, well, for the longest time it was locked to like old school PC hardware, and then even after the remake was done, you could only get it on PC. So I wanted to wait for a console release, and now we're getting it. It got like 9s and 10s across the board when it released on PC. So it's from what I've heard, a very like faithful kind of remake, and looks great. I'm excited to jump in and see where the whole franchise kind of got started there. It's kind of one of the blind spots of my gaming life, I guess, in that sense. Have any of you guys ever? I know Kayla, you've never played System Shock, but D or Mike, you ever messed around with either? There's two of them, right? System Shock 1 and 2.
Yeah. Never played either one. Always heard how foundational System Shock 2 was for that genre. And hope that we get a remake of that too. Would love to jump into this. I love that kind of Deus Ex. What's the genre called? Something sim?
Immersive sim. Yeah.
Immersive sim. I like those a lot. Dishonored, BioShock, of course. Really like that. Just getting. BioShock did it so well of just the environments telling you what's happening, and not having to stop and listen to a lot of dialogue, having the audio diaries everywhere works so well while you're rummaging through suitcases and, and things, and beating someone in the face with a wrench, with a pipe wrench. And that's what I'm about. That's all I'm, rummaging and smacking them.
I imagine it's going to be a lot of that.
Plasmids, because
a lot of rummaging and smacking.
Yeah, I don't know what the it is first person combat. I've seen the guns and stuff. I don't know if there is like a magic system, a plasmid system, something like that. I know it's all about AI and robots and it's all that. So I imagine there's going to be that.
Because it's all like on a space station, I think. And I think it's a lot more of being able to manage the technology and like security aspects and stuff like that. I don't know if you're going to be shooting lightning bolts and stuff, but
I know there's puzzles in cyberspace, and that's kind of like the genesis of the cool puzzles in like BioShock and stuff. So I'm excited to mess with that, to see.
Yeah, it looks like
the 90s version of what they thought the internet might be one day,
right? Lawnmower Man and shit. Yeah,
I was gonna say they got the Hacker Man gloves on.
Right, exactly. So that'll be cool. System Shock coming to PS4 and 5, Xbox Series and Xbox One, May 21st. Same day. Finally, if we don't get any more delays, we're getting Senua Saga Hellblade 2 coming to Xbox Series and PC. May 21st, if I didn't already say that. One of the most anticipated games for me for a long time. One of the big bets for PlayStation or for Xbox at this point, kind of a they haven't been hitting. What can I say? They took a lot of swings. They acquired a lot of studios and had these really cool presentations for the last 2 years of here's all of the cool stuff that's coming out, and then we've gotten some drips, some minor hits, a lot of misses. And Senua on paper looks phenomenal. Looks like just maybe the prettiest game that's ever been put to screens. But they've already come out and said hey, it's a smaller experience. This isn't a giant open world kind of 100-hour game. This is going to be, that first one was an 8-hour game or something, and I think they've said this is maybe a little bit more than that, but not a huge game. So that they can focus on the story of Senua, the visuals, the combat, etc. And if they hit all of those things, it could be fantastic. I loved that first game, just being immersed in never wore headphones like you were supposed to, to get the sound, but it still did so many good things with sound and the visuals. And they said that they hired actual psychiatrists and stuff to talk about psychosis and all of those things, and it felt like it, at least.
Yeah. Such a memorable kind of experience, that first game, and Senua's journey through it is really well done. It has me a little worried that they won't be able to follow that up as well. Who knows? But they have been taking so much time. We already know that it's going to be unbelievably beautiful. And
I think we know it's going to be strange.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that could be risky.
Sure
and I think part of just saying oh, you didn't order the headphones and stuff like that. They just do such a good job at setting the stage, at setting the vibe, at making you just as confused as Senua is, and kind of just committed or dedicated or just reliant on faith that you kind of have to go through those feelings for. It's just a very interesting like experience.
I just want Senua to be okay.
It's such a big swing to be like, we want you to fully buy in not only to the like game or the mechanics, but like the actual story, and just kind of live in it for however long they have this story going. It's such a big swing to do that. And to be like, also, we're not going to be like these other guys and give you like a 50-hour game. Like, it's going to be a little bit longer, but it's still going to be a tight experience. So
very tight. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eric has this in the draft, right?
I did draft this. I drafted it pretty high. I want to say maybe third, second, something like that. I can actually tell you. I don't need to just guess. It's right in front of me here. I drafted Senua's Sacrifice. I should probably look at myself. I drafted it number 1. Because I drafted Hollow Knight number 2.
I think you should feel good about that one.
We'll see. But the coolest thing is, coming to Game Pass as is always a nice thing. So I think that first one, the combat was, not anything to write home about, and the creature design, the enemies you fought were kind of repetitive. You fought a lot of those like Vikings and stuff. And if they can just kind of expand on the type of enemies you're facing and the way you're dealing with them, like expand the combat a little bit, that's kind of all I need. Visually, it's already cool. It's going to be great. Audibly great. I don't know what the word. The sound is going to be really good. I know the sound is going to be really good.
Auditory.
Yeah.
Auditory.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. From that original trailer they showed like 17 years ago with that giant or Cyclops or whatever, it looks like they're going more for a Homer's Odyssey kind of feeling to it too. More. The first game did have a lot of that kind of myth around it, and it seemed like they're leaning more into that, the fantastical stuff more. Yeah,
give me more. Loved it in God of War, so I want to see how Senua deals with it when it's all in her head.
Or is it?
I don't know. Senua Saga Hellblade 2 coming to Xbox Series and PC and Game Pass May 21st. Paper Mario, The 1,000-Year Door, coming to Switch May 23rd. This is more of a super remaster than a remake, but so me and Kayla watched a kind of a side-by-side comparison of this versus the original, and it's pretty wild how much work they put into this 1,000-Year Door kind of remaster. It looks really good compared to I never played the original and I've heard good things, but just the animations, the colors, the movement, how the characters move and stuff, like it looks really, really good. Are you guys fans of 1,000-Year Door, D and Mike? You guys checked it out?
I've only played a little bit of it. It's been very hard. Like, if you want to play it legally now, you have to pay like hundreds of dollars for a copy. Really like that. Yeah, I've played a lot of the one. I've played like Super Paper Mario, the original Paper Mario, some of the shittier ones that have come out later, like Paper Jam and all that shit. But this is like the one. Besides Mario RPG, this is the one that people hold to that same level. And this remake looks so slick, looks really great. I know people love the cast of companions that you can get in this one a lot. And excited to check it out. This is on my draft list. So it expected to be like a 10 out of 10.
Where did you get? You got this at 4 on your list. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And if the other Mario game I drafted ain't coming out, I need a good one.
Oh, you mean the unannounced mainline 3D Mario platformer?
That's it. That's the one.
What a title. Yeah, the combat in this looks real good in Paper Mario. It looks like it's an expansion on that like timing based button presses of that. It's still turn based combat, it seems, but like there's a lot of little timing based gimmicks of things you can do within.
And this one, there's like a gimmick where you're fighting in front of an audience.
Oh.
And I think they can help you or harm you depending on how well you do on the fight as well. Like, throw tomato type thing. I'm excited to finally be able to like give this one an honest playthrough and see if it stacks up to Mario RPG, because I want to know myself if that's true.
You a turn-based combat guy, D? I love turn-based combat.
Yeah.
Like I grew up on it.
I like turn-based combat. I like when it's just interactive enough. Give me some extra little things here and there to do sometimes. Or just a really tight management system. Either or. I don't need both. Both is overwhelming. But I love a good turn-based system where it's like it rewards you for strategy. Or there's like very specific mechanics that if you utilize, you kind of, obviously my most recent example would be Sea of Stars. Like that was a very like reward driven type of like turn-based combat.
What a game.
Are you pressing buttons really good, Mike? Are you doing it? Are you pressing them buttons?
I was pressing them so well. Really good.
But I do love one that's got a little more depth than that. So
yeah, good pull. Sea of Stars, good game.
Not a turn-based player.
Yeah,
it seems like a renaissance of that, with Unicorn Overlord.
It's coming, yeah,
and stuff. A lot of all the big strategy stuff that's coming out of Square.
Yeah, the Octopath, both of them.
Oh yeah.
Love those.
Yeah. It's back.
It's back, baby. Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door coming to Switch, May 23rd, Jordan Day, and finally Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, coming to theaters May 24th. And it's a saga because apparently it takes place over a long period of time. We're getting the whole Furiosa story. I recently read an interview with George Romero? That's not his name.
All in this one movie, or
Miller? George Miro. Miller. I don't know why I wanted to call him George
Romero.
Yeah. I don't know if it's all in this story or not. If they're gonna do like multiple Furiosas, but they the article said like it's called Saga because we're getting not only just like a snippet, like we got like one day of Mad Max and Furiosa in Fury Road. This is going to like show a progression of the character and stuff like that. So it's interesting to see more. Want to see if Anya Taylor-Joy can fill those just gigantic shoes that Charlize Theron leaves. With the Furiosa character.
Ooh. Well, this is her. We know we're getting her in the desert eventually. Later on in a different franchise. So this was her audition.
It's good. It's good
for the sand. I don't know. I hope this movie's great. I don't know. I think they should have like kind of left that perfect Fury Road alone. And I'm shocked that this is finally coming out. There was so much rights disputes with between Miller and whoever has, it's kind of like, seems like it's like Pokemon where there's just different slices of the rights to there, because we did have the game that came out and they were going to make more of those, but then it all kind of came to a halt at some point. And I don't know. It's maybe this one's too long in the oven, or just the right amount of time. But I don't know. D, how do you feel?
Well, I don't know. I just feel like it's one of those things where it's like it could have just been left alone and we could have just had that kind of like benchmark character and they could have explored another part of Mad Max and did something, like really kind of just keep giving me different things. I think.
But they feel it's necessary to use Anya Taylor-Joy in anything they can.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm interested to see where they take it, but yeah, you will see. We'll see.
I mean, Anya, she could have been a
almost,
war boy, right? You know, just like
that probably is a better fit.
She has the same shade, yes. I know not almost patron saint of the podcast, Shay Serrano. I seen him tweet like, Anya Taylor-Joy was able to make chess that much more exciting. Imagine what she's going to be able to do with Mad Max. So
okay,
I
that's
hope
a good
right.
tweet. That's pretty good. I think Chris Hemsworth could be phenomenal in this. He's doing his weird
prosthetic game going on, weird nose.
Yeah,
I think he's going to ham it up and have a lot of fun.
He's good when he like lets loose that way.
Mm-hmm.
Thor in the desert, you know? What the hell is this?
And he left.
Gary Oldman finally came for him.
That was weird. Did something weird happen with the Discord on your guys' end?
Yeah, you left.
Okay, good. I got a message that said Discord was at one time known as Wyvern. I was like, okay, that's great, but I can't see my friends. What is going on?
And then it just popped right back?
Yes, it did. Yes, it was very odd. I think I captured it all, so on the video version of this podcast, you guys will get to see what the hell that was. That was weird. So Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, is coming to theaters May 24th, and it could be good. I've been swayed. I did think that first trailer looked a little rough from like a visual standpoint, and then I think they've done some work because saw it again in a theater. I think it was the same trailer, and it like just looked better. It's like, okay, yeah, they finished the CGI on this or whatever. Put on hit a couple buttons and made the shades a little better or something.
Yes.
But yeah, Mad Max is cool. I'm into that universe. Need to see where the Bullet Farm is. You know, maybe we never got to see
Gastown or whatever.
Yeah, Gastown and the Bullet Farm. I mean, we've only heard of these legendary.
Right, because the same like big bad guy. I remember seeing him now.
Morton Joe is in the
he's
trailer.
Young.
Sure.
Yeah, young Joe.
Got to see the Milk Maidens. You know their origin. How did we start milking those ladies?
How did we start milking those ladies? Yeah. We really are.
Men Fender's Men Symbol.
Oh boy!
You get a Milk Maiden, and you get a Milk Maiden.
Oh, the origin we asked for and received. Furiosa. Anything else in May before we anoint our most anticipated of May? Did I miss anything? I don't think I did.
We got it all, really. It's a kind of a slowish month. I know the Braid Anniversary Edition is coming out for all those braid heads out there. That's really kind of it.
The Country Music Awards, the CMAs, are this month.
The Met Galas too.
The Met Gala. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
We'll see all the cool Elden Ring inspired outfits.
Some of them do come for fun.
Probably some
they look like
Dune type stuff.
For sure. Oh,
I bet.
There we go.
Yeah. So
Baron.
Why didn't I put the Met Gala on here? Okay. So for May, I am most excited about. I saw the TV Glow. I think I want to see what the hell that is. I think it's going to be funky. Kayla, do you have a top pick for May?
Hacks.
Yeah.
Ooh, good pick.
Hack it up. Dear Mike. Whoever wants
to
to
go for it, buddy.
I mean, out of all of this, I think genuinely, I'm kind of interested to see where they're going with this whole Star Wars nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tales of the Empire.
interesting.
Oh yeah, that could be great. I've really enjoyed the shorts before.
Man, I think Fall Guy is mine. I think it's going to be great. Just can't go wrong with Gosling and Blunt.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap the whole month up in the first 4 days. It's gonna be great. By May 4th, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be done with all the good stuff.
I thought one of you guys would say Senua Saga, but you didn't.
Well, it should be it's literally my number one pick in the draft. But I wanted to be
happier things.
Already locked in.
I'm sure I saw the TV glow is gonna be real happy. I literally saw someone in the trailer sticking their head into like a TV. Electrocuting themselves.
I would have loved to have done that as a child, Eric. So yes,
that's how you play Reboot, right? And that's if I remember correctly.
Beetroot. Yep.
Yeah.
Beetroot.
Good stuff. So that's May 2024, and that's C2E2, and that is episode 166 of The Machine of Nonsense. I'm going to get a collage going of a bunch of really cool cosplays. There's a great C2E2 fan group on social media, on Facebook, that you guys should all check out. A lot of the cosplays we've talked about are on there, and many, many more people post some amazing pictures of the cosplays. I'm going to get a little collage of some of our favorites and throw it up on our social media, so we're at The Machine of Nonsense all over. Check us out. Send us an email at machineofnonsense@gmail.com. We'll read that on a future episode. And I don't know, tell us what you're excited for in May. It's going to be a fun month. That's it. We are getting out of here, and we're saying goodbye.
Bye.
It's gonna. It's gonna be May.